Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. Excuse me. What just happened? Apologies. Apologies, everybody. Apologies. Apologies, everyone. Apologies. Apologies. We was having a real good conversation. I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just happened. But I'm gonna stop touching stuff. I feel like that's what it is. I think I hit the thing by accident. I definitely hit the thing by accident. But let's go, let's go, let's reshare, guys. Let's get back. Let's get back to it. That's my bad, y'all. Apologies. Humblest apologies to everybody. The humblest of apologies to everyone. Pierre, my guy, what's up? What's up? What's up? Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna call him back. I gotta call you back. Let's go, let's go, let's go, guys. Let's go, let's go. Actually, let's see. Guys, hit my inbox if you want to join in. I'm gonna bring a couple people up. Bring a couple people up. Let's get this discussion going. Choo. All right, all right, all right. That's my fault, y'all. I'm over here doing the most. My apologies, everyone. My apologies, everyone. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Got you. Copy. Again, shout outs to my bro, Joe Parker, for the space and opportunity. You know the vibes already, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get the shares out. Let's get the shares out. Let's see who wants to join me this time. We had a good conversation going, and I'm over here doing stupidness. I got too excited, guys. I got way too excited. Man, understand. Please understand. I do apologize. Ba 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 ba. Dum 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 dum. Bow. what is wrong? I probably have to update stuff. I hate when you go on your phone, you gotta update everything, and it just want to be acting stupid instead of updating everything. Right, because where did all of this come from? Why you can just update on your own? Don't I got auto update on? You know what? Anywho, back to our conversation though, because oh, y'all, give me a second. Give me a second because we got a special guest alert. Special guest alert in the building. Let's talk about Bad Boys Club because I'm not understanding why we haven't gotten a season 3 yet or why there hasn't been a reunion for this season yet. I'm not understanding. Yo, talk to me nicely. How we feeling today, my guy?
Peace, peace, peace. How you doing tonight, sis?
Say something again.
Can you hear me?
Where is it coming from? Oh wait, hold on. I think I know how to do this. If I'm not mistaken, this
Can you hear me now?
goes here. All right, give me a second. Say something else.
What's going on, family? Can you hear me? No, it's not working.
Nope. Hold on. All right, give me a second. I gotta figure out how to add this to. Can you guys at home hear him? Let me know if y'all can hear him at home. I gotta figure out how to get you on here. Joe's already downstairs, so this is a.
Can you hear me?
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to hear you, but give me a second. It's probably what I'm using. There we go. All right. This is set up. Boop, boop, boop. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second.
Can you hear me?
All right, y'all. Y'all gotta give me a second. I should have asked how to set that up. Is that how that's supposed to be? Haha. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Give me a second here, cause I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out right now how to line in somebody basically on here. Now we'll try that out. Let's see if we can get YouTube to work. We can get YouTube to work in my headphones. And then I've done the right thing. Adam Mike. What the hell is that? While I'm trying to while I'm dealing with technical difficulties real quick, Let's really talk about Bad Boys Club. Let's really talk about that. Who actually watched Bad Boys Club? And I'm talking about this season with Jonathan and everybody. Like, who actually watched this season that just passed? That's what that is. Webcam, the headphones, the LA. You know I had to. You know I had to. We're back and we're ready, guys. You know the vibes are ready. I feel like Bad Boys Club brought the drama that baddies are supposed to be. I feel like I don't know. I feel like they upstaged the baddies. Because if we remember how many times that Natalie said, "Let me get off y'all's show. This isn't mine." How many times did Miss Nunn sit there and say that? I should have set this up before he left. It's okay. We'll get it together. I got this. All right, but definitely. Give me a second, guys. But let's talk about it. Let's come on. Let's talk about it. Let's really talk about it. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Make sure I got this real quick, right? That's that. You're into here, which is here, which goes over here. All right. So, now that all of that is said and done, let's make sure everybody is plugged in. Right. And ha ha ha. All right, y'all. Be right back. Woo. Safety always, Eric. Safety always, baby. And I'm back. All right, all right, all right. Let's see if I can do this.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Mel, yo, pull up.
Can you
You
hear me?
we gonna do. Remember, we supposed to do
Weird.
like that, my guy. We're
I
definitely
can't.
gonna.
Can you hear
You can
me?
hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, so give me a second.
I gotta go. I gotta
Let me.
go. I gotta go.
You gotta. All right.
I gotta go. I
So
gotta move.
message me.
I did.
Message
I
me.
did.
We're gonna. All right. Hold on. Where's my phone? I'm all over the place. I don't know where. Oh, here we go. All right. Cool. 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 So listen, I'm gonna figure out how to actually do this. I'm gonna figure out how to actually do this, and we're definitely gonna try this again. All right. All right. Everybody, give it out. Shout outs to Ariel for coming on. Appreciate you, my guy.
No doubt. Thanks for having me.
Definitely appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Always. We'll hold it down. All right, guys. Let's hold it down. POP. Get it together. Like I said, right now it's preliminary episodes. This is just a fill out for couch or the mic because I think the mic he actually if he do Amazon he actually went to a shop. If you want, I'll DM you and we can talk about you renting this space out. You could definitely like he sets everything up for you. He does everything for you. All you got to do is just show up, press go live, and go from there. It actually be a little better. Like I said, he's supposed to teach me how to set it up so when I get a guest, I can actually hear them. Um, like I said, I'm gonna figure that out. Could it have been that? I'm gonna be magnificent. Hold on, y'all. Well, I still have a video playing in the background. Wait, here, that's not it. All right, those aren't it. I'm trying to figure out which one it is. If I select this one, no. Okay, that's not even it. Um. All right, y'all. So let's see this real quick. Let's see. I'm gonna figure that out. Now I have something new to figure out. Me and you come in here next time. I gotta figure out how to set up. I wonder if that's what this device is called. This could be. I wonder. And I wonder. And I wonder. Is it this one? Wait for it. Nope. No, that definitely wasn't it. Joe is gonna kill me if he's watching this. I'm just playing around with these buttons right now because if I put somebody else up here, I want to be able to hear them. I know you guys will be able to hear them, but it's me being able to hear them. That's the thing. We'll figure it out. Oh, until then, let's get back into this baddies conversation. Who hit me up? Nobody? Okay. I'm gonna figure this all out because once I can actually get this set right, it's over for y'all. It is so over for y'all. Because I am going to pump them up all the way. I'm going to F ish up and I'm going to F it up right. Shout outs to all my people that are following me right now. Shout outs to all viewers. Shout outs to everybody that's tuned in. I think I'm going to do like another 10 to 15 minutes. Like I said, I just wanted to give y'all a little feel, give y'all a little energy, a little play by play, a little something something of what to expect on the 4th. Make sure y'all are tuned in. Jill. Nah, I'm live on here, YouTube, and Twitch right now. Give me until February. It's gonna add Instagram and TikTok next. I just it's easier with Facebook because I have friends on Facebook. I have people I know I'm gonna come in, gonna conversate, gonna have a conversation with me, gonna really talk. So I'm starting the following with Facebook, but I do have a YouTube, I do have a Twitch. I'm gonna start really promoting everything literally right after this episode. Y'all are going to see everything. Like I said, please mark your calendars. February 4th, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Pacific, because it's 3 p.m. Mountain Time. Yeah, that. Nah, copy. Live stream? I bet. I'm gonna definitely look into that. Because I have the subscription for StreamYard right now. So I'm gonna let that go out. I might switch over to like I said, things are still in place, things are still in the works. These next, I want to say 2 or 3 episodes are really just gonna be me basically laying out the floor mat for y'all, laying out the plans, laying out the blueprint of what y'all should expect this year. Like I said, I'm really all right, definitely. We're gonna Leo, we gonna talk. We're gonna talk because I definitely wanna like I said, I definitely want to expand. I want to get out there. Joe's going to be working with me when it comes to a couple of other behind the scene things. And y'all can really, I'm telling y'all can expect a lot from me this year. Expect a lot because I'm putting in the footwork, I'm putting in the work, and I'm investing in myself. Again, shout outs to Desiree, shout outs to Sam, my mom, my siblings, my second family, anybody. Leo in the comments has definitely been helping me. Isa from the little live couple before minutes before this one, she's definitely been an inspiration. Jamel, like I'm telling y'all, there's been a lot of people really on the side. Shout outs to Boo Boo. Shout outs to Lalani. Like La Jefe. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. At the end of the day, I'm really aspiring to do bigger and better things. If y'all know my story, y'all know what I've been through, y'all know my struggle, and y'all know what I've been really grinding hard to do. So at the end of the day, I want y'all to understand that this is the end all be all. This is the needle in the haystack. This is that gem that I've been trying to polish off for so long and just have left it and let it build up and I'm finally sitting here scrubbing all the gook off cuz we about to shine, baby. We about to shine. And when I tell y'all um y'all see my comments. Y'all see my comments already, especially if you are following me on Facebook. Y'all see my comments. Y'all see the type of love, the type of energy, the type of encouragement I get every time. Anytime I have these conversations, anytime I post a status about it, somebody's in my inbox. Hey, did you do this? Hey, did you do that? Shout out to my best friend because she put me on to how to get my LLC, and I'm definitely working on that soon. Sharon, God says what's good, what's going on. She's definitely put it in perspective, and that LLC will be out soon. Galactic Customs. Make sure y'all are hitting my inbox. We're still going. We're still going. We still going strong. We still got resin sitting on the side. Like I said, we've just been doing a lot. Life has been lifing for everybody following my Facebook. Y'all saw how my 2023 went. So at the end of the day, there's a new focus. There's a new drive. There's a new energy. There's a new energy that's in the air, and it's just gonna y'all are just gonna see it. Y'all are just gonna see it come through this shit. That's it. That's all I can really say. I can't keep repeating the same thing because y'all are just gonna see it. That's it. That's all I want y'all to do is see what's coming next. See what's coming to y'all. Because I have a lot of things in store. I have a lot of things set up. Please make sure, and I'm gonna keep saying it, February 4th, first official episode of the LGBT with TC with my special guest is a hush puppy. Like, please make sure. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, my love. Thank you. I'm good. I'm chilling, man. Like I said, I have a whole lot coming. I have a lot of things set up for this year. I have a lot of different movements that are going to be happening. Like I said, if y'all haven't, please, I'm going to start. I'm going to post all the links to every social that is attached to this. Make sure y'all follow every single one. I'm on Twitch, I'm on YouTube, I am on TikTok, and I'm definitely going back to TikTok. And I know y'all missed those. I'm definitely going back to TikTok, so look out for that. Um, yeah, I can really sit here and again to keep telling y'all what's coming to y'all, and I want y'all to just know that it's a different wave this year. It's a different mindset this year. It's a different timing this year. And things will be going the way they supposed to. That's it. Things are going to push the way they need to. Things are going to drive the way they need to. Whether it's me in here by myself, me with somebody on this screen, or just in general, please understand bigger and better things will be coming. Yo, listen, I'm open to all collaborations. Please make sure if you want to do a collab, hit my inbox. Hit my inbox. I'm getting my schedule together. I have 3 different collaborations so far set up ready for y'all. And I do have a TikTok collaboration coming soon. Shout outs IG. If I'm gonna put this out on IG so they could see it. But please understand, I got a couple of things. I have a lot of things in the works. When I tell you February 4th is gonna be a completely different episode, these next 3 or 4 episodes y'all are gonna see is just me bullshitting. Be very honest with y'all. These next few episodes, and again, I picked Sunday. Sunday is a family day. Sunday is a day everybody's sitting down, relaxing, unwinding. I want y'all to sit here, get a drink, get a blunt. Let's talk. Let's really talk. Let's really conversate about what's up, what's going on. Sooner or later, I am gonna come in and out the studio. I'll be live streaming during the week, and I'll be podcasting on the weekends. Like I said, things are coming, y'all. Things are coming, and I'm blessed to know that I have the time limit to do so. I turned 33 this year, and like I said, if you know my story, you know my vibe, you know my bop, so you know how I'm about to come. And with the team behind me, trust and believe, Opportunities will be out here soon. Opportunities will be out here soon, everybody. Let it be known. Let it be known. I'm coming and I'm coming hard. Yo, it's big fish energy. The Pisces is coming for the takeover this year. Understand that big Pisces energy. We are coming for the takeover this year and trust and believe. I'm giving y'all what y'all been asking for. I'm giving y'all what y'all been asking for. I am a vibe, bro. I know I'm a vibe. I know it. I know it. I'm just coming and give y'all this natural energy. I might be high sometimes. I might have a drink here or there on the show, but it's always going to be me. For the ones who know me, y'all know I'm coming regularly. I'm coming as me. How else am I supposed to do this? I can't do nothing else. Can't be nothing else. Can't can't do nothing else with me. I'm always going to be me unapologetically. I don't care if you don't like it. I don't. People have never liked me my whole life. What do I care? Please, please understand that the tea y'all are seeing in front of you is not new and improved. It is the same tea. I'm just finally breaking that wall. I'm finally. Hi, auntie. Shout out to my aunt. Like I'm really coming. I'm coming harder this time. I keep trying to do little things and I'm just dipping my toe here and dipping my toe there and trying this and trying that. And as we all can see, and I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing, I don't like to work for people. I don't. I can work with people, I can work around people. I don't like to work for people because there's going to be a point in time where I want to do things my way. And if you can't let me do that, then leave me alone. If you can't let me bring my energy to your company and adjust it to the way it needs to be, then why do I need to be here? One thing about Mr. Parker, he gonna let me cook and we gonna eat. He gonna let me cook and we're going to eat. And that is how it's always been. That's how it's always gonna be since I was on here with Girls Gone Wine. Shout outs to Ellie and everybody. I don't forget where I came from, and I understand the situations and everything going on, and everybody has lives and stuff. But please, please, please understand that this tea, this tea, y'all gonna love her. And if you don't, that's your business. Respectfully. Coming to y'all raw and uncut. I got a lot of things to say, and I've been saying it online, but it's now time to take the platform, take the take the things that I have in front of me and actually use them and hone them to the best of my ability, y'all. I don't know what else to say or how I can say or how much more I can voice it. Oh, yes. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely, Leo. Like, we're definitely working. That is work in progress right now. That is actually work in progress. I've already looked up a couple of different things for it. I'm also gonna be doing, like I said, this is gonna be a branch off from a branch off. So, like I said, I already have things. I have things set in motion. I have things the way it needs to be, and I just have to let the stepping stones take it. That's it. That's all. Once I really, like I said, once I really hone this craft of how to really do this, y'all see, I already got my little banners, I got my little background, I got my little logo. I'm gonna actually, that logo is not to stay. Gonna be very honest with y'all. I love it, but I don't like the basis of my show is really, I don't really have a basis. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I don't have a basis. I want the show to be as fluid as possible. I want it to be fan ran. I want it to be open for anyone and everyone. I want a safe space for everybody. That's literally what I want. I want a safe space for everybody. I want to come on here and I want to be able to talk about everything and not sugarcoat stuff, not hide certain things. Like I want to be able to come on here and be able to talk about the right side of things. I want to be able to talk about the left side of things. I want to be able to talk about the independent version of things. I want to be able to come from different aspects and different viewpoints. It's never always just going to be me. Like I said, February 4th, 5 p.m. Look out. I have a very, 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 very intelligent guest star host that's going to be on there. And I want y'all to hear her out. Again, I love her to death. We have a similar type of mindset, but not the same outlook. So there will be a little bit of a debate. There will be a difference in opinion. We just found out the other day. I just let her know something she didn't even know about me. She had one version of a situation, and I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna tell y'all what it is, but she has a version of an opinion on one situation that she didn't even know I went through. And I had my version on it because I was in that position. So look out for that. I'm telling y'all, look out for these things. I'm not inviting people on here because I like them. I'm not inviting people on here because they're my friends. I'm inviting people on here because it's going to start a discussion. Thank you. Thank you. I want the discussion to be started. I don't want it to just be my opinion and my opinion this and that's it and that's done. No, everybody has a difference of an opinion. Everybody has a difference of where they're coming from with something. The way I feel about Michael Jordan is never going to be the way that somebody else feels about Michael Jordan. The way I feel about Beyonce is not the same as the Beehive. The way I feel about Nicki is not the same as the Bubs. Everybody has a difference of opinion. It's how you handle it. So, you know what? I feel like that could be the basis of my show to show people how to have healthy conversations without being sensitive. Because that's literally where I want this to come from. I want you to be able to have a healthy conversation and know that your opinion matters and you can also have a different opinion with somebody. Everybody does not have to agree on everything. Nikki is not misunderstood. She's not. First of all, I feel I feel like I'm really loud. I'm probably extra loud. I feel yeah, I'm definitely loud. The internet has made people so sensitive, but I feel Nikki how do I put this? I feel Nikki went I feel what Nikki went the clout way. Nikki knows what drives the fans. Nikki knows what brings attention to herself. Nikki knows what's going on. Listen, I'm trying again. I'm telling y'all, I'm still adjusting. I'm still adjusting. So excuse me from going back and forth. But listen, like I said, first of all, Anika, I feel like Anika needs to go back to Young Money in Young Money days. I need Young Money Anika with today's issues. I need Young Money Anika in today's world because I feel Young Money Anika really, really gave us her. And because she got so much backlash with everything and everyone and what was going on and here and there and blah, 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 that now she wants to, how do I put it? That now she wants to sit here and be the controversy, be the reason why everybody has the names in her mouth. And I get it. Just like Blue, just like Natalie, y'all thrive off of controversy. Y'all thrive off of making people angry. But what else is there? You're saying the same things in all of your raps now, which now again solidifies the fact that you write your own stuff. We get it. But I don't have to hear that you're the mother of the Bubs in every song. Beyonce doesn't shout out the Beehive in every song. Taylor Swift doesn't shout out the Swifties every song. Diddy doesn't shout out whatever his fan base is called every song? Why do we have to hear that? Why do I have to hear that? Like, you've been running with the bitches in my son's line for the longest. I like something different, please. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I need I need consistent fluidness, Miss Minaj. I need consistent fluidness from you. Once I can get consistent fluidness, then we're good from there. Then we're great from there. But if we can't muster up some at like come on y'all. Right. Once she had that little boy, it was different. It got real different. And then we're not even going to talk about her brother or her man or the fact that none of them should even really be around her kid or can go to anybody's schools or events or anything with a child within a 20-mile radius. But did I say too much? Because didn't her man violate a parole for trying to call Offset out when he was out here in New York? Not only did you violate parole, but you were around the corner from a child establishment, if I'm correct. Like I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't. But also I want y'all to I'm trying to think. Yeah, she was doing anything. But this is the Onika you talking about not too much on. You see how you're what? Like
Hey yo, what the
like
fuck?
what? You're 40 years old. I know I just got mad loud in everybody's headphones. Because what?
Hey yo, what the fuck?
At 40 years old, first of all, I'm sorry, but once you pass 30 years old, if you're still joining a gang, you're retarded. I'm going to say that once again. After 30 years old, if you're still joining a gang, you're retarded. Because what are you joining a gang for? Why do you need that many friends? Why are you that lonely? And then for people who really know what the gang life is about and what it ensures and what it entails, after 30 years old, what are you doing? At 30 years old, you should be solidified in your spot by now. Should have your own clique, your own crew. You should be OG by now. What are you doing after 30 years old? I don't, guys. Like, ma'am, sit the fuck down, please. And then you're rich 40. Oh my God. The crack is real. Crack is whack. Crack is cheap. Please stop taking it. Please. Please. Because I don't, guys, y'all have to please understand when I tell you I don't get it. I don't. As a kid, I never understood why people joined gangs. Like, I've never been that type of person. Yeah, I had a few groups of friends, and at one point, they tried to do a little sidebar gang thing. I don't know what it was. To be,
Hey yo, what the fuck?
I don't know what we were thinking about in Curtis doing that. And then we ended up getting flagged because the person who started everything wasn't even in the spot that they told us they were in. So we were repping somebody we were under and we weren't even under them.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Like, a moment of silence for everybody who thinks gang life is so much better than real life. I am not sending out shots to anybody. I know a lot of people who do gang life and are very well respected members of the society. I have people who are in gang life who are very well respected members in their communities. I don't I don't look down on gangs at all because at the end of the day what they were really started and established for was a good thing. It came, and some ones still do come with the integrity that gangs still have. But you don't want to, it's not even that you don't want to, the kids nowadays make it so that it's so much harder to really I don't know, y'all. I don't know how else to put it. It is. It is. It is. And why it is because there's no purpose to it anymore. I grew up in a heavily, well, I don't want to say, I grew up in a heavily gang related neighborhood. Let's put it like that. On Staten Island, if you were in New Brighton and you know what New Brighton is, you know what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, I grew up in that type of neighborhood. But the guys like that, the guys like that back then would stop the ice cream truck and buy everybody ice cream, buy all the kids ice cream. The guys like that would do back to school events right before school started. Just randomly, hey, everybody bring your kids to this barbecue. We're giving out school supplies. The guys like that would see you on the block and knowing your family situation pass you $5 or $6. It definitely was in the new, but not even just the new. I'm just using the new as an example because that's where I grew up at. I know in other situations, first of all, down south, the gang life, even though you see these stupid ass little kids doing what they're doing, the older men and the older generations, the older OGs are actually still doing that down south, are still doing things like that to give it a very different perspective on it. Because, like I said, everybody wants to sit here and be that big shooter. Everybody want to sit here and be that big drug pin. But what are you doing for your community? How are you giving back to your community? How are you establishing a rapport in your community? Because this also stops people from snitching. This also stops people from calling the cops. This also stops people from doing a lot of other things that I am probably going to get bananaed for if this content gets out. But like, back in my day, the gang members had decorum. A neighborhood gang member taught me how to ride a bike. I was in, hello, hello, hello. Right, right. This is what I'm talking about. I can, and one thing you knew, if you knew the new, you knew certain parents, you knew certain kids, you knew certain situations. My mom was very well known in the new, and if I was to walk out the house looking any type of way, these men are on the phone with my mother. Excuse me, but your daughter is out here looking like this. Excuse me, but your daughter is out here doing this with this person. Excuse me, but your daughter is out here running around with the wrong crowd. I don't know what she's doing. Yanking me the fuck up. Like it was really a community. It was really, what is that saying I'm looking for right now? Right. Right, Sean. Like, I really, come on. Come on. It was a different type of era back then. It was a different type of wave, a different type of vibe. You never really had to worry about nothing. You might have to worry about getting in the crossfire or something because something just so happened to happen at that moment. All right, cool. That comes with that life. In certain neighborhoods, that's just the life. That's just what's going on over there. That's cool. That's great. That's fine. That's Danny. Is it safe? No. Is it something that I want to run my kids? No. But it's something that I know, something that I grew up with, and something that I know. At the end of the day, if you were caught in a drive-by, and this is just me speculating, I'm not saying anything has happened, and I'm not pointing no fingers at nothing. But if you was ever caught in a drive-by and you were a casualty, your family was taken care of. If you were ever caught in a drive-by and you were a casualty, your family was taken care of. Right. Right. At the end of the day, you never really had to worry about, man, my when I tell you my mind is just going right now, the wheels is turning, and I'm not even supposed to be on here too long. I'm not. I got like a good 10 to 15 minutes left for y'all. I do. We're gonna reconvene this next week, but I got a few minutes for y'all. At the end of the day, things were different back then. Things were real. Things were real simple back then. Real humble, real genuine, real love. Like I said, you really didn't have to worry about too much because at the end of the day, you were coming. If you were coming from a neighborhood like that, you y'all, like I said, my head is just going right now. Like I got a million things on the brain. I'm just rambling. Tell me to stop. Like, man, come on. Come on. I know people to this day that I sit here and will respect because I know what you did for your community as that person. I have people to this day that I will respect because I know you lived that life and I know it's the humbleness of it. It's the humbleness of it. A lot of the kids nowadays are worried about shooting the next person for disrespect. A lot of kids nowadays are worried about pump faking and making sure that they're the right person to do this, that, and the third. But put that gun down. Put that gun down and really use your two hands. How many of y'all can actually fight? How many of y'all will actually fight? Not even can, because you don't have to fight in order to fight. How many of y'all will really sit there and get that heart, have that heart, and really step up to these situations? How many of y'all can actually do that without having a weapon in your hand? How many of you? Because that's all the kids worry about nowadays. That's all the kids are worrying about nowadays is who's gonna get hurt for what they did to me. Back in the day, you used to, yo, I want to fight. Your friend of a friend would tell somebody, and next thing you know, that person's talking to that person, and boom, there's a fight. Now you can get your fight in and leave it alone, or you can keep running it. After a while, everybody's gonna get sick of watching you get your ass beat, or get sick of watching you beat the same ass. And then that's it. That's the end of the situation. Now you get your ass beat, you want to go jump the person, you want to go shoot them, you want to go stab them up. What does that do? Because now you have a record. Now you got to go sit up top. Now two families lost two different people for two different reasons. One of them will never be able to say anything to their family again. For what? For what? For what? Y'all, like I said, I could sit here and I could keep going. I could keep running. I can keep moving. But that is the end of today's episode. I want to shout out everybody for joining me today. I want to shout out again. Again, let's go down this list. First of all, shout outs to Joe Parker and Reflex Radio. I know I got them. I had the hangover behind me. But shout outs to Reflex Radio. Shout outs to Shout outs to Izza. Shout outs to Leo. Shout outs to Eric, Ariel, Dez, Faith, Mon, Dad, Sam, Steph, Sean, Nicole, Sharianne, my mother, my aunt. I want to shout outs to everybody who's been in my corner quietly and humbly. And biggest shout outs to my best friend Janae. You would come in as I'm about to get off. Man, shout outs to my best friend. Shout outs to my best friend. No, you guys won't see her on the stream. She has constantly told me and very well made it clear that she does not want to be on the podcast, but she is going to be supporting. Another half, you know it. I bet. Say that, say that, say that, say that. You know it. We're gonna push it. We're gonna push it. We're gonna push it. We're gonna push it a little bit. Janae, I'm good. I'm good. How are you? You know it. Let's go. We're gonna push it. We gonna run it. We gonna just run it a little bit. Cause like I said, it's a lot. I have a lot in store for y'all. And I'm gonna just keep saying that. 'Cause I'm so excited for this year, y'all. I'm excited because when I get the right equipment, when I tell you I'm going to be podcasting in these venues, I'm gonna be bringing y'all open mics. I want to bring y'all shows. I want to bring y'all different events. I'm gonna hold different events. I'm gonna get in contact with a couple of different people and really start doing what I've been trying to do for a while. I've been trying to do a lot and hold a lot and push for a lot. And I definitely want to spread these wings this year. Yo, Leo, when I tell you we really gonna link up, I need you. I need you, my man. Mr. Parker, you already know the vibes already. If you are watching or not, you're gonna be watching this later. Understand, I'm coming and I'm coming crazy, y'all. I'm coming crazy. I got a lot of things set up. I just had a jam session the other day that I'm gonna bring out here. That's probably gonna be next week's episode. I'll probably do like a little open mic thing. I do have to figure out how to fix the sound when it comes to having a guest up here, but I can have multiple guests. So we're definitely gonna I'm gonna end up getting a number so this way we can do a call in because we're gonna filter out everything. I'm not putting my real number up here. I'm not. That's just not gonna happen. So I'll probably download text now again. And actually, no. Joe has a phone here, so we're gonna use the number here for right now, and then we'll go on from there. But not back to this. But yeah, let's you know what? Let's segue back to this gang life thing. All right, because let's really talk about some things. Like let's really get that out there. First of all, this whole Crip and Blood situation, I'm gonna do my research on that. I don't understand how that came about. Can you tell me how we organized to go against the oppressor just to separate and oppress each other? How did we organize and come together to go against the oppressor just to oppress ourselves?
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Like that's something y'all have to that's something y'all have to let me know because man, that doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. Y'all know they sat there and tried to separate us and do all this other stuff from the house end and the field end. And then oh yeah. Um Depending on the situation, I am going to either censor myself or not say certain words because I really just don't care. I don't. Again, it's going to be me, going to be unapologetically me, but I do know that this world is sensitive and nobody's going to get my situation blocked because they're sensitive about certain words that are said on a daily basis. But I'm a new show. I'm a new entity. I don't really have too much of a following, too much of an audience. It's mostly really friends and family. So I'm trying. I'm trying. I can put it that way. I'm trying. Eventually, like I said, things will be taking off. Things will be going because not for nothing. I'm gonna have a panel one day. I'm gonna have a panel one day. I'm definitely gonna do a panel, and I'm gonna have everybody here. Not too far. It's far enough. Okay. Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. You know I'm taking everybody who's been behind me with me. Know that for a fact. I'm just like I said, I'm humble enough to be the person that is gonna do it. I'm humble enough to actually be able to be in front of the camera and actually do this. Y'all, I've had a very rough 2023. And when I tell y'all the energy I got for even starting this, the energy I got for even wanting to do this, gave me that fire I needed, gave me that willpower I needed, that push I needed to really focus on this. And I appreciate all y'all for that. Definitely you, Leo. Definitely you. Because we was on my TikTok live talking about it last year. And you've literally been in every single live I've had since. And I fuck with you for that heavy, bro. Heavy. Because you've definitely been a very big supporter. And I love you for that. And everybody else that's watching right now, I love and appreciate y'all for even giving me the view and the time of day to listen to my voice. I don't like it sometimes. I don't know why Des likes it or anybody else for that matter. But I'm here and I'll always be here. Shoot. As facts. Man from the grain, you already know. And it's always one thing I can honestly tell y'all. And please, 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 please listen to me when I say this. One thing I can definitely tell y'all, it's always somebody you never expect. It's always somebody you never expect to really be that support and that voice that you needed. It's always somebody you never expect to be that backbone that you needed. And I humbly thank everyone in my corner because without y'all, this would not be here. It wouldn't. It wouldn't. I did that on purpose. Don't sit there and think I've hit the buttons wrong. Did that on purpose. Without y'all, I wouldn't be here. Because, like I said, shout outs to Girls Gone Wine. I started off on there in here, and it was a very, very lucrative show. But four different people, four different lives. Things happen, situations happen. It is what it is. I'm now just ready to really push and take off from there. Like you seen, it was more of a controlled show. It was more segued, not segued, but my words are leaving me right now. It was more geared. There we go. It was more geared towards a certain audience. Even though it was a broad audience, we had several different people on there from several different views, several different walks of life, and we caught everything. It was really a geared show towards certain people. I don't want this to be that. I want this to be the show that your grandma likes, that your son likes, that the baby kids like, because I am going to have an episode with kids. Trust and believe. Y'all know Auntie T should be around. I'm going to have a child episode, and I want to get the opinions of my niece and nephews about a lot of different things going on in the world. I do, because from the mouths of babes, trust me, when you hear these little kids speak on certain topics and certain situations, it's such a different vibe. It's such a different vibe, especially being, shout outs to Ellie for finally joining the crew. Shout outs to Ellie, my old co-host from Girls Gone Wine, finally joining in. But it's definitely a different outlook when you hear a child speak about the things of today. And that's something I want to give y'all. I want to have an episode where I have everybody within a 60 and up thing. And I want to hear their views. I probably might have, who knows? I might find a generation of females and just put them on this couch real fast, real simple, real easy, and have them talk to y'all about their different views on certain topics, their different views on certain situations. Because at the end of the day, of course, you know the vibes already. Because at the end of the day, again, it's different generations, different mindsets, different outlooks, and that's all I want to do is keep bringing different outlooks. There's gonna be an episode I have everybody from I'm the lesbian, from a gay guy to a bisexual. I might do bisexual male and female. Again, two different perspectives of one thing. A trans male and female. I want to do. I'm bringing y'all everything. There's no limit to what I want to talk about. There's no limit. I'm just gonna form it to a way that it works. And it's simple. Basically, that's what I want to do. I want to do a couple of baby boomers, like people within my mom's age, people within her mother's age. I want to do people in high school. I want to do an episode where I got a gang of high school kids, gang of junior high school kids, and a gang of elementary kids. Like it's gonna be different things. Definitely listen. I want y'all to understand my inbox is open for any and everything. It is open for any and everything. All opinions, all views, all questions, anything y'all can think of, hit my inbox and I will promise you I will try to find a way to make it happen. I promise y'all that. Like I said, this is a show run by the fans for the fans. I can only do but so much. I don't know what y'all like. I know what I like, and I know what my friends like. And again, like I said, a lot of my beginning episodes are going to be mostly friends and family because that's who are following me right now. And I love and I appreciate y'all. But now when I start getting other people in, ooh, who's in the chat? Oh, okay, I seen that. I have people that are going to start coming in from Twitch, start coming in from YouTube. Like I said, I'm going to put IG and TikTok on here next. I'm going to have people coming in from those platforms. And I want everybody to be able to watch this show. Oh, like I said, Leo, we definitely gonna really touch up and do some real things because at the end of the day, you got some fire ass ideas and we're gonna make those happen. We're gonna make those happen, and I want you to also co-host me with some of those too. Let's really, I thank you. Let's talk about that. See, you know what? Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I got the green light to run my mouth tonight, so that's what I'm gonna do. Let's really talk about that for my drivers, and my commuters. What are we thinking about this new congestion law that we got going on here? Now, for some of y'all who don't know, T, listen, I love New York for certain things. Yo, let me tell you, as somebody who is working on getting their car back, this is going to be a hassle. This is about to be one of the biggest hassles. As somebody who was trying to sit there and really start going back outside and really networking and doing this is going to be a hassle. Because, right, Leo, because at the end of the day, what do we really, y'all are trying to get people to pay for the MTA. So y'all are trying to find a way to get people out of the cars to pay for the MTA. Y'all sat here and rolled out a new gate that now has an easier way to evade the fare. What do you mean don't vote? Bro, you can't even vote for it. It's already there. It's already voted in. The Congress of New York already voted that shit in. I have to figure out. Actually, let me do a little research for y'all real quick. Hold on. Hold on. Let me do a little research for y'all real quick. No, and that's the problem. The people have to be able to fight in order to do it. And nobody's about to fight it. I feel like it's going to be about 3 or 4 months into it when people start getting those bills in the mail is when everybody's going to decide to start fighting it. And once everybody starts deciding to start fighting it around there, that's when they're going to try to make it an issue and try to remove it. And it's like, it's too late. It's too late. Like you already have too many people. Bro, let's really talk about it though, because nobody even pays their Easy Pass. Y'all are taking people's cars for what? They're just putting cars in other people's names. Y'all are repossessing cars over Easy Pass tickets that people are still not paying for. And then y'all are giving insane amount of fees for them. Like it don't oh my God. Like I'm more so worried about the PT portion of this. The public transportation portion of this. Because New York City public transportation is already crowded as it is. In the suggested areas that they are going to push this. It is already crowded in Times Square. It's already crowded on 34th Street. It's already crowded on Columbus Circle. It's already crowded on 161. It's already crowded on 125th Street. It's already crowded on Broadway, on Rector, um, at the you see, guys, whew, let me take a minute. And that's the problem. Not too many people know their rights. Not too many people know their rights, and then the ones who do have a blind eye to it. And that's what's about to make the situation even worse. They're giving out all the vouchers and all of the help and everything we have in New York right now to the migrants, which just added, I want to say, about 100K people to the population of the city. So let's really talk about how many people a day it is that sit here. You know what? Again, I'm sorry. I said I was going to do this research for y'all real quick. The average amount of passengers on the MTA a day. I work in healthcare. There's also a New York Reform Act that charges y'all 9.63% on your hospital bills. Lenox Hill, Montefiore hospitals, and others. This adds money to your hospital bill for others that can't pay their bills. Oh, let's talk. Who got something to who got something to say about that? Because baby, why is she? Why would she call me? Hold on, y'all, because now I'm gonna put let's put her on blast real quick. Hold on. What happened? What do you mean? What am I doing? I'm still on. If you would, I'm on live. Say hi to the people. All right, so come join us in the comments on my page. All right, love you too. Sorry, y'all, but yeah. So let's get back to how many people ride the MTA in a day. The subway. Okay, the overview of New York City's transit system. The subway has a daily ridership of approximately 3.2 million, and bus has a daily ridership of 1.4 million, representing 58% and 63% respectively of pre-pandemic ridership levels. With 472 stations, you have the right to travel. A license is only for commercial uses only, so you don't need to like from point A to point B. No, that's right. He's absolutely right. And this is as somebody who, well, I can say this now because I don't have it anymore. Um, when I had my truck, I didn't have my license. So I had my license, but I had surrendered it for other issues. So I technically have a license in the system. I just didn't have a physical license. And every time I was pulled over, I was given a ticket for not having the physical license on me because, quote unquote, it's law to have your ID on you. Even though I would have my ID on me, I'm not I'm not operating a vehicle with a driver's license. Now, knowing the law that I did know, if I would have sat there and went to court and fought the ticket, y'all can't ticket me for not having a license. Even though when y'all look in the system, y'all know I have a license in the system. Y'all can't really ticket me for it, but not too many people know that. So they're able to give those tickets out and charge people. It's usually like a $60, $70 ticket, depending on where you are, what the violation was. It's like $100 ticket. I've never been pulled over for speeding. That's a lie. I've never been given a ticket for. That's also a lie. I was given a ticket in. It's gonna be a ticket in Virginia. All right. I've never been pulled over for speeding in New York. Let me put it like that. um, I've never been given a traffic violation ticket, and I've never been recklessly driving. So technically, I've always had I've always had oh, man, I'm rambling. So excuse me for like really stopping up right now, y'all. Ashley, what's going on, baby? How we feeling? How we feeling? Listen, I've always I always know what to say when cops pull me over. Let's put it like that. I always know what to say. So at the end of the day, I know I don't have my license. I know the car isn't registered in my name, but I do have the information for the person who's the car registered to, and I can show you any information y'all ask me. Um, I've always had somewhere to go, and I was driving within the limit that y'all just pulled me over to check the car because y'all ran the car and probably saw that the plates don't match what the car is driving. Okay. Or y'all pulled me over and figured out that the temp I had on the car was expired. Okay. I'm just trying to get the car from point A to point B. Y'all have to let me move it. Now, like he said, if you don't know your rights, they're gonna play you to the point where it's like you can't drive the car if you don't have a license. You can't drive the car if you don't do this. Okay, cool. A part of law says that you have to carry an ID on you. But if you know your laws and start spreading things out and start pointing things out, I'm going to do a little bit more research about this. I'll probably talk about it a whole lot more next week. But I'm doing great. You see me. Like we over here, we loving the conversation right now. But at the end of the day, you really have to like I said, I'm gonna do the research for y'all. We're gonna have a little bit more of a discussion about this next week. But right, right. You it doesn't really matter. It doesn't. They can't once you know your rights and once you know the bylaws and the way to talk to them when these situations come up, they can't do anything. You have the assholes who are going to sit there and try to put their foot down. You have the assholes who are going to sit there and try to boom, boom, this is the law and this is what's supposed to happen, knowing that at the end of the day, if we all go to a court of law and really start spewing out these laws, y'all can't say nothing. Yes, yes, Leo is right. Please, everybody, anybody who looks like this, everybody who got this in their system, I don't care if you look like this, if some of this is showing, they're going to automatically assume. Anybody who looks like this, please, please, please understand with the way they are going in this day and age, be calm and calmly ask, what is the reason you're pulling me over? What is the reason you are stopping me? Be calm. If you have to make sure that there is a camera in the area, there is a I know there's a function on iPhone that says iPhone I've been pulled over or something like Siri I've been pulled over or something like that, or Siri I need a camera and it's going to automatically show up. For Androids, we can set it to where you shake your phone and the camera automatically comes on. That is a setting I'm going to figure out how to show you guys on the actual screen. I'll probably screen record it and show you guys. There's also a feature where Google it's oh man, why can't I remember? Is a saying for Google that automatically brings your camera up or brings up the voice memo. You always want to make sure because a lot of these times these cops are walking up to these cars and they are not putting their body cams on. They're not. They'll put their body cam on halfway through, and how you notice is how they talk to you. Please listen to the way they talk to you because they will sit there and they will walk up to you and they will have a whole conversation with you. If they do not come back and if they do not come back and continue what they were already talking about, the cam just went on. If they come back and start asking you questions and start, okay, they sat in that car, they looked you up or whatever was going on, they realized they had nothing on you and they put the body cam back on. Now they're trying to ask you if you have anything, if you have this, you have that. Give me a second. Let me go to the car and check this out, and we'll come back. That body cam already sat there. And when they first put the body camera on, stop this person for this reason and this reason and this reason. And that's what's going on in their camera. Now, if your phone camera has already recorded what happened before that body cam came on, boom, case closed. You done, baby. You done. Like, you're done. But a lot of people don't think about that. Everybody's so quick to don't move my hands, don't this, don't that. You have a gap from when they pull you over to when you get to when they get to the window of your car. A lot of people do have your phone within reach. And do not tell me my phone's in my pocket. How am I supposed to do that without looking? Shut up. Shut up. Because everybody who drives, especially people who know how to drive, your phone's within a 5-second reach. And it takes nothing to sit completely still with your phone in the glove compartment and go like this. Boom. Even a lot of y'all have the phone camera in the corner right here. Boom. Real quick, real fast. Oh, let me get back to these comments. Cops can't search your car without a warrant, by the way. If they do search and happen to find something, you can't get in trouble for it. Exactly. Talk about that. If a cop decides they want to illegally search your car on the side of the road without your consent, they can't take you to jail for anything they find. Now, in very special cases, if people have bricks on them, guys, let's be very honest. Let's be very real. You know you can go to, if you got a whole brick on you, shut up. Yeah, they illegally search your car. That's the only thing you're going to get off. You're still traveling with drugs in a vehicle. So let's be very honest. No, they're not supposed to search your car. No, it cannot be held against you, but you are still going to get charged for a possession of a narcotic. You are. Like, it's going to happen. Let's not try to bypass all the laws. Like, guys, Black Law Dictionary is what they go by. So study that. Word. That's completely right. Let's talk about it. That's completely right. Guys, like I said, they cannot illegally search your car and find like 2 or 3 apes in your car and take you to jail for possession of weed. They cannot sit there and find 2 8-balls. Well, it's an 8-ball. I don't know too much about that. I'm not going to speak too much on that. But they can search your car and find an 8-ball and completely take you to jail for it. But now again, if you have a brick, if you got an ounce, if you have anything within selling range in your car, you're gonna have to answer for that. Did the illegal search happen? Yes. Can it reduce your sentence because they illegally searched your car without your consent and kind of went past a couple of laws to even get this charge? Yes. But you have to go about it correctly. You cannot walk in the court talking about, well, they wasn't supposed to search my car. I didn't give them permission to search my car. You got to throw that out. Bro, you literally got caught with a brick. What did you expect them to do? Oh, well, we gonna hold this brick and let you gonna get something for it. Not the right. If they can sit there and find out, like, if it's for personal use, if you have to have enough for personal use. You have to. And let's be very honest. I know I live with somebody who can smoke an O in 3 days. A nice O of weed, if she does it correctly, will be gone in 3, maybe 4 days. But not everybody is like that. Not everybody is like that. And if you're traveling with an O in your car on a daily, what is wrong with you? Why do you need that much weed on you all the time? Why? I'm sorry, but I'd rather not even travel with an eighth on me half the time. You get pulled over and get sent to jail for the stupidest reasons. And they want to sit there and boo-hoo in court talking about they violated my rights. They did. They definitely did, and you still got caught for something. Not the glaucoma. Not the glaucoma. Yo, but this is what I'm saying. Like, I can understand if you're coming from somewhere, you just got the O, you coming from somewhere, okay, cool. But if you're driving around with an O of weed on you a day, I'm questioning your your ability. I'm questioning. Oh God, what is the word I'm looking for? I'm because why do you have an O of weed on you in a car? You're not going to a hotel. You're not going to a party. You're not. Why do you have an O of weed on you in a car? And you didn't just pick it up. Who smokes that much in a day? If you can prove to the cops you can smoke that much in a day, that is the only way you're getting off for that. Right. But you have to prove, like, first of all, you're in Texas. I feel like it's a little different of a law down there than it is up here. As long as you can prove that the amount of the substance you have in your car is for personal use, then fine, by all means. But you have to prove that it's for personal use. You can't just not man. Guys, I don't get it. Stop. Yo, for a joint? Nah, not a joint. You're not dead ass. You're not dead ass. Are you serious? Then again, you are in a Red Wing state. Because at least up here, what? At least up here, they'll smell it, but it has to be like very, very potent, or it has to be just happening for them to really like push it like that. But then you have the assholes like, it smells like weed in here. Can you get out the car? No, what are you searching my car for? That's your automatic. Yo, what's good, buddy? What's going on? That's my automatic response to that is, what do you need me to step out my car for? What is the problem? What is the cause of the search? Mm-mm. Man, when I had my truck, you couldn't tell me you didn't smell weed in my car, and I used to get pulled over a lot. Like even to the point where my ashtray was like open one time when a cop pulled me over, and I had the blunt, like I had a backwood sitting right in the ashtray. Guy looked at me and was like, "What are you?" Well, sir, I apologize. I'm trying to get the car home. I just brought it. Blah 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 blah. Whatever I said to the guy to like get out of the ticket. And I just, like I said, I just got a ticket for not having the actual physical license on me, but I had my ID, which is stupid. But it's a blunt. He just looked at me. He looked at the blunt. He looked at me. I'm not smoking and driving, sir. You can smell that I started smoking right before I started driving, but I'm not doing it right. Why? Because before he got to the car, I put it out without moving and vented it. Nah, how you feel to get a DUI for weed? Shit making niggas. We gotta see who can make. Ah, we definitely do have to do that. We definitely do have to do that. I did not forget. I didn't. Yo, getting a DUI for weed? Getting a DUI for weed, bro? For weed? Listen. Oh, I got a comment. I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm going back and forth. Oh, okay. I'm going back and forth. Excuse me right now. But yo, right, Rachel. Right. Getting a DUI for weed goes wild. Like, ah, I'm gonna be mad. I'm so gonna, if I get a DUI for weed, yo, pull me over and find a thotty in the cup holder, bro. Give me the DUI. Just give me the if I get a DUI for weed, I'm gonna stop driving. If I get a DUI for weed, I'm gonna stop driving. I'm so gonna stop driving. That right. I want my 60 seconds in the street with whatever cop pulls me over and gives me that ticket. I want my 60 seconds. I don't care if we got to do it. Sir, take your utility belt off and let's get these 60 seconds and then you can take me in. Off the record. I want all body cams off. Let's make sure my camera's rolling and y'all admit that this is off record. Because absolutely not. I got pulled over for bud too. I told him niggas weed legal like cigarettes and I have a lot on me. So I told him what you want to do. I'm the lawsuit king. Laugh and said, have a nice day. But you see, look, but you knew how to talk yourself out of that. Not a lot of people know how to do that, especially the kids nowadays. They're not focused on that. A lot of these little kids are focused on literally just being the baddest one. Yeah, the cops pulled me over and I told that nigga to suck my dick. And that's why you spent the weekend in jail, dummy. Yeah, the cops pulled me over and he told me to get on my. I told the nigga I'm not doing nothing he says. And that's why you're sitting here talking about free me behind bars, bro. Like I don't get it. I don't understand. It's not it's not clicking, Steven. It's not clicking. Man, I've been arrested several different times and not even for what you would really think. I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. I've been arrested several different times for one thing and it's not even what y'all think. But like I said, we're going to get into that on the 4th. We're really going to unpack that on the 4th because it's a part of one of my topics. But and I've actually talked about it on Girls Gone Wine. If y'all want to go back into YouTube, Reflex Radio, look them up. A lot of the episodes are there. If y'all want to rewatch that, I'm going to be posting a couple of that imagery plus some of this sooner or later. But at the end of the day, I've been arrested before. And you really can't talk your way out of certain things. I watch people have to try to talk their way out of the dumbest things ever. All you gotta say, get ready for a suit. Yeah, that used to be me until I realized you can get paid off them. Like, oh no, that's completely understandable. That is completely understandable, but you have to know how to do it. Cause like I said, you are gonna have some of those assholes who are gonna push it. And if you know what you're doing, you're gonna get yourself locked up even longer. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna sit there and they're gonna look, oh, you want to sue us? Okay, so we're gonna give you something to sue. Like, especially especially New York cops, they don't give a damn. A lawsuit is a lawsuit. I think New York pays more in lawsuit fees than it does in anything else. Especially with this time and age and this day and age and the way people are and the amount of people who have enough money and lawyers and a lot of people who actually are lawyered to do so. I feel New York City NYPD pays more in legal fees and lawsuits than they do their cops. I personally believe that. I so personally believe that. Because please understand when I tell y'all ah the amount of people I personally know who have lawsuits against them. Right. Right. The amount of people I know who have lawsuits against them. You just gotta look for the mistake they make. And 8 out of 10, they're gonna fuck up. Some pieces have restrictions on what you can win. I'm saying, and that's very true. Let's go off of what isn't. Let's segue off of what isn't just that some places have restrictions on what you can win. Like I said, an illegal search on the side of the road, you cannot get out of the fact that they found a brick in your car. I don't know how many times I've actually heard somebody talk about this, and I don't know anybody actually personally. I'm not going to say I know anybody personally, but I cannot tell you how many times I've heard somebody talk about, yo, my bro got pulled over and, he was on his way from picking up a job. and they try to search his car. He went through the steps and he's still about to do time because you're traveling with too much on you. You can't you can't prove you have personal use. You cannot prove that what you are doing is a personal use for it. You can only prove what you're doing. Like there, there, it, there's certain ways to go about it. Facts, honestly, at this point, especially if you're not trying to do the time, you got a brick in your car. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't, because you're not going to be able to get out of it. You're not. There's no way. There's no way to sit there and get out of that. There is none. Absolutely none. There's none. Don't stop. Don't. And I keep saying it because I heard a story about it and it pissed me off so badly because the kid was like, my bro was driving and blah blah blah, and I know the kid who got okay, so I do know somebody, but I don't really know him like that, so I'm not gonna say I actually know him, but I know of the situation. And he got stopped. He's one of those kids who's done his research. He knows how to do when the cops pull him over and blah 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 blah. So everything was fine and dandy. And then I guess what whatever happened, they had to search the car on the side of the road. My man got caught with a pound or two on him. Explain how you're smoking that in one day so they can let you go. You cannot explain to a police officer how you're smoking a pound in one day. You can't. And that's why if you put it in the trunk, they have to get a search warrant for it. And most people don't know if they give them permission to search inside the car that they still have permission for the trunk unless they have a dog that got hit on it. Explain that last part. Explain that last part for me. Because I understand what you're actually saying. And that's right. Let's talk about this again. If they pull you over, this nigga said I'm having a party. If they pull you over and they try to search your car, your trunk is locked. Regardless if you have an automatic trunk or whatever, your trunk is locked. You have to unlock your trunk in order for them to open it. Yes, a lot of cars have the lock for the trunk connected to the other doors on the car, which basically means that when you're unlocking your car, you only tap that lock button once because that unlocks the driver's side. It doesn't unlock all the doors. Leaving your trunk what? Say it with me now. Okay. So once that happens, they legit, first of all, they need a search warrant to search your car. But if you give them permission to go past the car, they can't touch your trunk. You'd be lucky to win against them. The way I see it is the cops don't follow the rules or laws. They never do. But if you know the exact laws and what really happened, if you go about it a certain way, you might not win at that moment. But once you get in a court of law and you start pulling out the facts and doing whatever, you're going to win. Especially nowadays. And hold on, because I just found out, and this is because of my situation, I found out you cannot legally record somebody in the New York state. Let me see if I'm saying this right. You can legally record somebody's phone call. I think it's a phone call. I feel like if it has I know in police situations because they have their body cams, you are legally allowed to record every and anything they do. Any and everything. They need one, but don't and won't wait for one. They don't. They won't wait for one. And if they don't, like I said, if you're not giving them legal permission to search your car, what they find in the car can't be used against you. So for all my heads, right? If you have a little baggie on you and they find it in the car and it's that one bag okay, it's a narcotic, it's a hard substance. You're gonna you're gonna end up getting community service for it if you do it right. If you do it right. For those potheads, I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's 5 grams. If you have more than 5 grams on you and they find it in the car, they're gonna come for you for it. Like it's all different. It's different weight classes. It's different things. It's different uses. But at the end of the day, have to know how to go about it. So if you get pulled over, please understand, if you do not give them permission and whatever substance you are found with is within personal use, you can't be charged for it. Let's remember, narcotics are still going to find a way to give you a charge because it is a hard narcotic. So, for my heads, we're not going to sit here and act like there's not other charges for that. You can just get it wiped away if you clearly state that you do not want them to look in your car. They have to have probable cause to bring up the fact that you had those drugs anyway. Now, if your dumbass is high while you're driving and that bag is sitting there, then we can factor in everything else that's going to happen afterwards. Look, you can ride around with under an ounce. You can. No, 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 no. It's not more than 2 ounces. So here's the thing: you can be caught on interstates. I think it's different from interstates and regular highways, because if you're traveling between states, people do come from Colorado and drive around, so they do have a law for that. It has to be a certain amount. But if you're caught within a regular if you're caught within a regular residential district, it has to be under an ounce in your car. Right. Hey, little cheat code. If you don't want to go to jail for, tell them you want a drug plan. Tell them you want to go to rehab. Go do rehab for the 30 days and come home. Respectfully. Woohoo! Now, airplanes. Airplanes is completely different, everybody. Airplanes are completely different. You're not even technically supposed to be traveling on an airplane with weed. I've done it. I was humble enough to get through. Mind you, this is during the pandemic when they were really like searching everybody and everything, to the point where I came back from Florida with wraps, backwoods, weed, and like 2 nips. And I didn't have my ID on me. So how I was actually able to get around airport security, I'm still to this day trying to figure out. But now you can niggas come back with 10 pounds on the plane. Like snuck weed in the Pringle can. Yeah. I definitely did. But no, like you can you can drive from LA to New York in the undercarriage. Yes. So if you're checking your bags, you're more so likely to get away with having weed on you than you are with taking it above. Because again, when you're not checking your bag and you're getting on the plane and then it's your carry on or whatever you're talking about, they go through everything. So if they find it, they are gonna throw it away. Depending on how much it is, you do get arrested. Let's remember, going from different countries is a felony to bring any type of drugs. Going from different countries is a felony to bring any type of drugs. It doesn't matter how much it is. You cannot bring weed to Mexico unless you know how to. That is all. Not hide it in your shoes. No, not for nothing. Again, I've seen it. I put it in my carry-on bag. I did too. Like I said, it depends. It all really depends. If you know how to go around it and get away with it, then do it. But do not be that person to pull up to the gate at customs with a pound of weed talking about, I just came from Jamaica. They're throwing it out. They're throwing it out. Guys, let's be smart. So does anyone have a plug-in? Man, Listen, weed is legal in LA and legal in New York, so you can travel with it. Yes, that is very true. That is very true. Where weed is legal at, you are able to travel from it with it. So if you're coming from Colorado, go for it. If you're coming from Amsterdam, go for it. Though that's different. That's very different. And again, you do have to follow whatever laws is in whichever state. I've come to find out Virginia laws are not the same as New York. It is a Commonwealth state and they make their own laws, guys. I was so surprised. Each state, each country, everybody has their own different laws. So let's please follow by it. That's facts. Oh no, I do. Trust me, I do. Come on. Like, but it all varies and it all depends. And you always have that dummy as like, well, I didn't know. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And you probably had your mother, your grandmother, your aunt, your uncle, your friends, everybody tell you this was a bad idea. And here you go. Shout outs to the people who were getting white henny and bringing it back to the States. I know a couple of y'all. Shout outs to y'all for really getting through customs. Y'all know they sell it in stores now, right? White henny is now sold in New York City liquor stores. If you don't know where to find one, I got one for you. How y'all feel about these smoke shops? Hold on, we're gonna get back to those real quick. Some people really don't be knowing. They don't. They don't, and they don't take the time to do the research. And then when they get caught up, it's free me. I didn't know. They're holding me down. The man's trying to hold me down. No, he's not. He's abiding by the law and you're really just fucking up. Let's put it like that. There are people who take cocaine to airports and get arrested. Ah! Why? Like why? Why? Please, please. Not poor Brittany. Oh my god. Yo, a weed pen. They're pulling people aside for weed. They're pulling people aside for vapes. Vapes can now be devices to set off things on planes. You can't even bring a vape on a plane anymore, guys. Like, come on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can't bring bud from other countries due to laws of health warnings. Exactly. Exactly. You cannot go to Jamaica. You cannot go to Mexico. You cannot go to Brazil and bring back weed. You can't do it. You can't go to those countries and bring back the other stuff either. You just can't do it. Nope. Because I want y'all to understand this, and please understand this. Every country is not the same. Laws are never the same. That's like right or Amsterdam. Let's talk about it. That's like that's like you walking into my house and knowing you can light a blunt, you can light a cigarette. Don't light that crack pipe. Don't light that crack pipe. But other people will allow you to smoke everything in their house. You can't do that over here though. I have a lot of friends who do a lot of different things. I allow certain things in my house to a certain limit. Don't come in here with no stuff you got to shoot up in your arm talking about, oh, this is for the party. No, it's not. No, it's not. Take your party and go home. Take your party and go home. I don't want that type of party here. All right. I don't know what you be doing in your friends' houses and everywhere else, but that's not this type of party. Okay. Like I said, I have a lot of friends that do a lot of different things, and I allow certain things to a certain extent. Mm-mm. That's like that's like me. I allowed smoking. I allowed certain things in my house to an extent. Um, my sister, on the other hand, my mother's second child, you can't you can't even roll up in her house. She doesn't want to see no part of that. You can bring it back from Canada if you're walking the bridge from Canada to Niagara Falls through their checkpoint. Yes. Yes. Yes, I've heard that. I have a friend, Rissa. Rissa, if you watching, shout outs to you, baby, who goes to Canada like every year and comes back with stuff. Like she does the walk over the bridge and then catches her plane in Niagara Falls, like in wherever Niagara Falls is upstate, and comes back that way, or she drives down through there or something like that. But yeah, as long as you're walking across the bridge, thank you. As long as you're like walking across the bridge, you're fine. Like you're good. When it comes to Canada, Canada actually has a lot of like very very lenient laws when it comes to America because they know already. So it's like you can bring certain things back. Yes, or driving. But no, um border customs, border customs if you get caught with it, of course, like it's a felony. It's actually a felony. They don't allow it like that. You can walk over, you can't drive over or fly over. Wait, try what? Wait, huh? What? I'm confused. Like, no, it's man. Ah! Watch how many people go to Canada and start walking across the bridge. They don't care about the weed. If you try to bring some other shit, So, and this is why I say there's certain people that just shouldn't do certain things because there's no reason why. There is absolutely no reason why you are trying to bring anything else across the New York border by yourself. Unless you know what you're doing, unless you have to, please know what you're doing. Please. If you want to break rules, let's break them correctly. I personally know I can't do certain things. I can't no, because I'm gonna be laughing the entire time. Like, they're gonna find me. I'm on some Kevin Hart shit at the fucking airport. When I tell y'all those 3 little dime bags of weed I had in my carry-on, I was shitting bricks, bro. Like, I was like, y'all gonna find it? Y'all gonna find and I watched them go in the exact pocket they were in and not do nothing. And when I tell y'all the biggest sigh of relief I had when they gave me back my bag and was like, "You just gotta wait over here for them to check your credentials and then we'll let you go." And I was like, "So y'all not gonna take that out my bag?" And the girl was like, "Huh?" I said, "Nothing, absolutely nothing. Let me get my bag, please. Let's walk this way. I'll stand right here. Not a problem." The guy came back. He looked through my bag again and was like, "Okay, do you have this?" I had my social. I had a letter. I think it was. It was my social and something else I had with my name and my picture on it and stuff. And that's how I was getting through cut the airport at the time. But again, I nearly shat bricks. Said, what rules are we making? Yo, yo, Crystal, that is another conversation for my Staten Islanders. How do y'all feel? How did y'all feel when they first brought those dogs to the ferry? How? How? Because I used to want to cry when I knew I had to get on the ferry and I was going to a party. Like, how was I getting on this ferry and this dog is going to sniff me? I used to shit bricks. Oh my God. I used to tell my friends, yo, no, we gotta find weed over there. We gotta get weed in the city. Oh, we gotta get weed in the city. It's cheaper. I don't care. I'm not getting on the ferry with this. And then me being me, knowing the people I know, I have a friend in Congress, right? And they let me know that those dogs don't sniff for weed. They sniff for everything else. Weed is actually not on the list of things they're supposed to be finding. So, with that being said, going through the ferry with weed is the easiest thing you can do to travel through New York City. And that is besides like the trains and like the buses and stuff, those are the only ways you're going to be able to get around in and out of Staten Island. Don't, no. I would go from downstairs, right, right. And a lot of dogs sniff me, but those dogs are different. They are very, very different, but they don't sniff for weed. They sniff for everything else. Rachel, you never knew that? Yo, when I used to, man, I used to sit there, and this is when the jump bikes were out. I used to rent a bike and go downstairs and then leave the bike in the city and go about my business. Because no, no. That or I would make sure I was in the middle of the crowd and like, or like I would put the thing, like I would put the weed in my bra. And if I had like a big bag and let them sniff the bag, I used to do so much shit and I used to be so paranoid. I remember like the first couple times I used to put it in my underwear and just like leave it right there and just hold it there because I always walked around with a book bag. So they were very random about who they searched with book bags. So it's like, okay, maybe you can have the book bag this time, or you could have. No, I was put this here. You sniff the book bag, and I had my whole arm all the way out here, all the way out here. Because absolutely not, I'm going to the dog on the end, or I'm talking to the dog on the end, on like the other side, so the other dog can't sniff me while you sniffing my bag. No, they're only trained to sniff out bombs and chemicals that can cause disastrous harm. Exactly. They're not trained for drugs, but they are trained to sniff cocaine out. Let's make that very clear. I found out they're not trained for drugs, but they are trained to sniff cocaine out. Right, T. Right. Because I will never forget this one time I was walking to the ferry. Y'all, I was high as shit right next door to a cop, now a detective, and I let Right. No. I remember that. I do remember that. But please, guys, understand when I tell you I used to shit bricks. This one time I was going to the Bronx for a party and I smoked on the way to the ferry. Y'all know I'm from New Brighton. So I walked over the hill, smoked my little blunt, got to the ferry. This is before they had those little tubey thingies. And I didn't think because, it came in like the little dime bags that you can put the thing back in with the 8 bags you have now. But nobody had that back then. So I'm walking around the ferry with a clip and I debated so bad to throw that whole clip out, even though it was half a blunt. I was so quick to throw that bitch out because I'm like, y'all are not about to smell me. Y'all not about to. So I went and I got a bag of chips. Guys, I will never forget this. I went, I had a bag of chips. And mind you, this was right, like you said, this was the loudest of the loud. I went and got a bag of chips. I ate like half the chips and I threw the blunt in the bag and I rolled it up and I put it in my pocket. But then I still had like 3 or 4 dimes on me. And I'm like, fuck, the dog's gonna smell the dimes. So I went in the bed, y'all, I went in the bathroom and I started sealing all of them. I started like burning the tips of them and sealing all of them. And then I sealed like the chip bag. Mind y'all, I'm in the bathroom, so obviously I made it past the dogs. If you're from Staten Island, I made it past the dogs already, but I'm still paranoid as fuck because I'm like, yo, I still have to pass the dogs on the other side. I don't, but that's what I thought in my head. So I went in the bathroom and started sealing everything with the lighter. Like, nope, seal you, and then I'm like this on the ferry, just watching all the cops and like the people walk past me. Like, y'all smell this? No, that'll smell. Okay. I stood outside. Mind you, it was cold. I stood outside. Yo, bro, whoo, you couldn't tell me nothing. Nothing. I remember getting on the ferry smelling like a weed factory, 3 pounds of high grade loud. I would have panicked. I would have panicked. I'd have completely panicked, bro. I so would have panicked because what? Yo, yo, I was shitting bricky bricks, bro. Like I was just whoo, doo-doo-doo. Like, I couldn't. I was so nervous. I was so nervous because I didn't know what to do. I used to wait till the boat doors open just so they can't run right, just so I can run right past the dogs with my butt. Right, right. Where that smell coming from? Like nigga about to snitch on me. And wasn't legal back then at all, which is what made me so more paranoid about it, like so much more paranoid about it, because I was just no, y'all not. My first offense is not about to be the weed offense, and this is before they came up with the you can have a certain amount of weed on you thing. Way before all of that. I'm talking about like my junior, senior year in high school type shit, guys. Like I I tell y'all, it was crazy. It was wild. My guys, it was wild. And I please, 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 please understand when I tell y'all. I was a chicken shit back then. I couldn't do it. Everything I'm doing now, everything I'm able to tell y'all now is because I try to figure out ways to get around stuff. Literally. All of the legal things I know now, all of the bullshit I know how to do now, all of the laws that I know now is because I try to learn how to get around everything. Why not? Panic, whoo, panic ain't even a word. Oh man. You know when they have that staples button, you're like, that's easy. No, it should be panicking, panicking, panicking. Because I was, man. And I tell y'all, I was just, but now I don't worry. Now I don't worry. I don't care. I don't even think about it. As soon as, and mind you, I found out in the Congress Hall building, in the Congress building by the Brooklyn Bridge, where the J and the M, the JMF and the six of them is all over there. That building right there. I was in there when I found out that those dogs don't even sniff for drugs. I Once I found that out, and my mind you, once I found that out, I just so happened to have a friend that I knew that, like, of course, and he was on the inside. Can I get one of those, please? I went, I rolled up, I did my thing, and I walked. I was so proud to walk past them dogs. That guy looked at me. He looked at me. He was like, that smells good. I said, well, thank you. It's a cologne called marijuana sold in the trap near you. Now let's segue back over. Now that I said that, let's segue back over into these smoke shops. First of all, there's no reason why there's three different smoke shops in one block within a 5 foot walking distance. Explain the purpose. It looks like it. It's looking like it. It's definitely looking like it. Shout out again, shout outs to Reflex Radio, shout outs to Joe Parker, shout outs to like the studio. I'm grateful that I actually had the opportunity to have all of this equipment with me and be a little better at this than just with my phone. It wasn't really working out too much. I mean, not for nothing. The audio was kind of good, the visuals was nice, but this is a little bit different. This is a better atmosphere. Let's put it that way. But it I don't see the point. Again, I don't see the point in five smoke shops on one block. And let's use Jersey Street as an example. Let's use Jersey Street as an example. From Stanley to Brighton Avenue. No, I can't say Brighton Avenue. From Stanley to Windsor, Benziger. We're gonna go to Benziger. From Stanley to Benziger, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's technically four shops. We're gonna say four. Kind of is five. One of them doesn't really sell too much with weed and they do everything else, but it's technically five. Five different shops from Stanley to Benziger. And I'm sorry, but if you look at city blocks, that's about 2 to 3 city blocks. So imagine being in the Bronx and you going from 125th to 127th, and there's about 10, because for y'all, that'd be about 10 different shops on one block. Y'all are all selling the same thing. I don't give a fuck where y'all think it comes from. Everybody is getting the same thing from everywhere, either Cali or out the country. or it's homegrown in New York. Y'all are all getting the same thing. Y'all are just all now getting it in abundance, and it's almost going to be legal enough for y'all to do what y'all are doing. And instead of just waiting to have dispensaries, y'all are trying to put up all these smoke shops everywhere. Everywhere. Let's talk about the fact that Forest Avenue has about 5 of them within walking distance from, I just want to say Texas weed is trash. So wait, all right, let's talk about that. If Texas weed is trash, how do you smoke? How do you source your weed then? Like, is there somebody who comes from Nevada and comes to Texas? Do you guys have somebody from Mexico or something like that? Like, how do you outsource your weed if you feel Texas weed is trash? Because I know you say you're not really with prayer. I'm crying. I'm weak. I'm fucking weak. Because I don't get, like I'm gonna keep saying, I don't get the fact why we have like every time you turn around, there's a new smoke shop, and 9 times out of 10, it's either owned by the OC or owned by the person who owns the other smoke shop. A lot of people tell me that because not for nothing, I used to get things from New York, and I would drive back to Virginia. All the plugs here swear they got gas. When you swear that you sell nothing but the gas all the time and your shit constantly comes out trash, I don't. And this is why I don't. I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. This is kind of why I kind of lean towards either buying from people who I know sell bulk or getting from a smoke shop. I'm not getting from the dude that only sells apes and sells the same type of apes or gets one strain and sells that itself. You're not really focused on what you're selling. You're just trying to make money. The type of person I want to buy weed from is somebody that actually smokes. And a lot of people say, don't sell what you do because this, that, and the third. But I personally feel like the smoker is going to have the best weed because they're never going to want to smoke something that they're never going to want to sell something they can't smoke. And that was coming from somebody who used to deal, I used to sell for a really short period, two different short periods of time. But I smoked what I sold because I knew at the end of the day, if I'm not about to smoke it, who says you're smoking it? It's not. I'm from Detroit and we had legal gas. Shit here is trash and inflated. It definitely is. And I'm gonna be very honest, nothing in New York is home. Nothing in New York homegrown is compared to what these guys get from Cali. And a lot of these guys, let's really talk about how we're getting this weed back and forth. A lot of these guys have friends who have CDLs who do a lot of these cross country traveling. Let's really talk about it. And this is just me speculating. I don't know anybody who really knows anybody, and that's word to God, word to Allah, word to whoever you guys do believe in. I'm not really a firm believer in God. I just have a lot of the idioms that I say on a daily basis. So I do apologize for that if I disrespect anybody. But I'm used to saying certain things. Whoopee. Um, but it let's really talk about where you guys are getting half of this stuff from Cali from. A lot of this stuff is being shipped to random addresses. A lot of this stuff is being brought in by guys in the trucks. It's a lot of different things going on here. A lot of different viewpoints for it. Nothing is ever actually grown here, and the stuff that is grown here is overpriced. I know of a couple of dispensaries in the city. They're all owned by the same people, but they're spread out amongst like the general downtown or whatever. And they outsource their weed. They don't even, it's not, nothing's grown here. Nothing's brought here. Shout outs to the people who do grow their weed here and can actually smoke it. Shout outs to the people that do grow their weed and you smoke it and you don't have to smoke 20 blunts to get high. But a lot of the stuff that we have out here is from Cali, Colorado, Amsterdam, Miami, the Sunshine States, the states that have. Oh my God, it's it's really common sense. A lot of it, and a lot of it's really common sense. It all again depends on how you do it. I know Leo said 8:30. We're gonna do 8 o'clock because I don't want to push it. I don't want to push it. I know I got things going, but I'm gonna let's wind down. Let's wind down real quick. We got about 12 minutes. We're gonna wind down real quick. I do still have to do a couple things in the morning and stuff, but so let's go through the topics that we have, even from the live from before with the baddies. Let's see what happens when I get home. Because if this episode does not show that Suki and Rolly fight, or if it ends with the Suki and Rolly fight, I'm gonna be upset. Y'all are definitely not getting my money no more. And once this season of baddies ends, I will definitely be using somebody else's subscription. That's one. Um, gangs. Let's go back over gangs and stuff. At the end of the day, I feel things back then were a lot better than they are now. I feel like it was a better atmosphere for Bloods and Crips. It's a better time. It's a better process. It's a better things coming from them, because at the end of the day, these are people that were giving back to their community, even though they were doing whatever they were doing. So it varies for everybody, but I feel like my point of view, my perspective on it. Right, 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 Leo, right. Um, yeah, everybody has their different viewpoints on how gangs are affiliated and how they go about and how they're addressed and all this other stuff. And I just feel like at the end of the day, if we go back to the type of lifestyle that they had before, the type of gang life we had before, we'd have less deaths and more community unity. But that's a different conversation for a different day. We're definitely gonna pick that back up next week. Laws when it comes to driving, guys, let's please remember, always politely, politely discuss your situation with the cop. Keep your calm regardless of how ignorantly loud this person is, and make sure that you set your phone. Again, iPhone has a phrase by Siri. I'll get and I'll post up for you guys. And then Android has a phrase, but Android also has a function. iPhone has a function also. I think where you can shake your phone and the camera automatically comes on and starts recording. Siri has a phrase where it says, I think it says, Siri, I've been pulled over, and the camera comes on and starts recording. That is also something that if it is not a phrase, that you can make that phrase for that function. Please look these things up. They save your life at the end of the day, or they save your family from whatever grief and torture and questions they have towards certain things. Um, as far as searching your car goes, let's remember that they need a warrant or probable cause in order to search your car. If you do not give them permission to search your car and they find something, it is not admissible in court unless it also breaks the law. Do not sit here and run up in court talking about they didn't have a warrant to search your car and they found that brick. Bro, just take the brick. Make sure you get whatever other charges they trying to lay up on top of you from doing all of that, and take the charge for whatever drugs they found. Not make sure they focus on that. Okay, cool. What else did we touch on tonight? Weed, 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 weed. Please understand where you're getting from what you're smoking. Make sure you guys are vetting these people who are selling these things to you. Do not smoke with everybody. Do not take everybody's grabba. They are lacing grabba with fentanyl now, guys. They are lacing it. And the last thing I need is another phone call that a friend overdosed. I'm gonna take a moment of silence real quick. I'm sorry. It's kind of getting close to the death day that I lost a friend last year, and it still to this moment rocks me that he was laced. He didn't overdose. He was laced, and I know it. We all know it. That's being worked out and whatever, but just be careful, y'all. Be very careful. Um, I'm trying to figure out. Did I miss anything, Leo? Did I miss anything? Do I need to touch up on anything else? Izza, let me know. Did I miss anything? Do I need to touch up on anything else? Anybody else that's watching, help me get my thoughts. All right. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Did I? All right. All right. All right. Now, with that being said, thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. With that being said, I'm going to end it here. I love you all for tuning in. I do. I do. Because I'm literally running home to go watch it right now. Oh, I know you probably watched it already. I don't know. But dear sweet baby Jesus, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Again, I thank y'all all for joining me. I definitely went over. I was only supposed to do an hour episode tonight. And look at me. I'm a whole 3 hours in. Guys, I love it. I love it. I love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all for supporting me. And again, like I said, stay tuned. Stay tuned because TC's coming and she's coming for everything. I'm coming for everything I'm owed. I'm coming for everything I deserve. And I have the best team behind me. Right. Right. I definitely do. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I thank y'all for rocking with me. It's been T and it's been real. I'm going to come up with something to exit out with. But I already got like 3 blunts in the bag ready to go. Can y'all? No, y'all can't see my bag. I got this little. Bag. I forgot when I brought this. I don't know. I like the little weed bag things, and it comes with a little lock and stuff on it. I'm not gonna show y'all what my code is, but it comes like this little lock and stuff on it. It's cute. But I got like 3 blunts already rolled in here. I got more weed just in case I want to roll. Yeah, it's about to be a fun night. But like I said, it's been real. It's been lovely, and I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. As a Leo, please look out for y'all inboxes. I'll be talking to y'all soon. Please make sure y'all, I'm going to say it again. Shout outs, shout outs, shout outs to February 4th. We will definitely, Ezra is going to be my special guest. And as y'all can see in the comments already, it's going to be a movie, and you're going to want to be there because after that episode, it's up from here. All right. Make sure I'm gonna shout this episode out until it happens every day. Every day. Please make sure. Look out for the collaborations with Leo coming soon. Look out for the collaborations with Jamel coming soon. I'm definitely gonna have Mr. Parker on one of my episodes. He knows he can't have me in the studio without sitting in my seat. He can't. Y'all, I'm about to cry because I love the fact that this episode went so well. And this actually was just ready. I love the energy and I love that. Again, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Enjoy the rest of your night. Let me hurry up and go on this episode. I'm going to keep saying goodbye because it's stupid. All right, y'all.